Alright, so I was told there was a 4-hour game. We would show potential spoilers. And alright, here it is. A 4-hour game. Let's go. Getting food delivery on July 4th, 9:15 p.m. is hard. Yes, you have both food places are closed and delivery demand is up. Try ordering food on Super Bowl Sunday. That is probably the hardest food to get. That's when you gotta wait like 3 hours for your pizza. Anyway, we will have Magyars against Bulgarians. And, well, one thing about Magyars is they don't have siege, so it can be hard to end games if you have an advantage with them. And they have the Magyar Hussar, which is a trash unit with an advantage in sniping siege. So it can be hard to finish games if you have an advantage against them. And this is a fantastic game, can't wait to watch it. I feel like that means John Slow, he could go for some Trushers or some Kreposts. Let's see. Golds and stones there, golden stone forward. So forwardish resources aside from that, back gold, 1 gold for each player. Yeah, just a quick game before bed. One more game. Then it'll be bedtime. And Dark Noob will be going up to gold. We'll have 27 pop for both players as they're on the way up at nearly identical times, doing the barracks. 2 on gold for John Slow, 2 on gold for Dark Noob. They'll get up and do the stable. So that's 2 and 5 on wood. 5 farms there, adding in more after doing the stable. Similar things over here, adding in more farms, up to 9 of them. Ooh, up to 12 farms while going up with a stable and a blacksmith. Monastery is coming forward. And now the scouts will come forward and we'll actually have something of a fight for the relics, I believe. As TC for John Slow goes up first. No TC yet for Dark Noob. Not actually doing the 1-vil TC, doing the 4-vil TC. I'll have a bit of a scuffle now here with the light cav, just running about. And I like that. I like the way Dark Noob has managed the villagers on his lumber camp, so they're chopping all of the different trees very efficiently. Now he's going for the TC, plopping it down with the lumber camp bills there. Might have liked to have seen him maybe just chop that tree and put the TC over here so it'd be more on the wood line. Here can kind of be threatened by some ranged units. But anyway, it looks like we're just going to have the standard arena light cav fight for the time being. 1 relic already in for Dark Noob. I didn't see where he got it, but must have been a close one for him. And those 5 and 5. HP advantage for John Slow, so Dark Noob doesn't want to fight there. But John Slow does want to snipe a monk, loses some light cav HP in the process. And another relic now coming in for Dark Noob, and he's already going to have a 2-0 relic advantage. If he gets 1 more, he will have the relic advantage. And isn't down too far in Vils, despite having delayed that town center for a bit. Always gotta watch the TC idle time on those early TCs. The more arena I watch and the more idle time I see, the more I think it's better to add in some TCs later. It is kind of balanced out by the fact that your TCs are idle, but they're idle with more villagers, so you're still kind of more efficient. Maybe we'll have to do some type of math analysis on that and figure out the ideal clown build order. Anyway, I think both players are just gonna boom. This is 4 hours, so I'll speed this up a bit while the light cav are just patrolling. Looks like John Slow might finally get his first relic. The light cav aren't gonna snipe the monk in time, and it gets in. But 3rd relic will come in now for Dark Noob. He's gonna pick that up. Light cav might try to snipe it. John Slow sees that the relic is gone on the minimap, and he doesn't care to fight, he just snipes it. Scout there to kill any monk that tries to get the relic there. Even on the Vil count still. And fewer eco upgrades for John Slow. Has not done Bowsaw, just doing that now, and no heavy plow. Also no wheelbarrow yet. Wheelbarrow in for Dark Noob. And with the Magyars only having cheaper light cav, no other eco bonus, it is a pretty nice set of upgrades he's gotten so far while keeping the build counts roughly even. Scout is trying to pick off monks near that relic, but here come 3 monks, and looks like Dark Noob will get relic number 3. John Slow has a monk that is too slow. And all that monk running around the forest, debating with the other 2. Only 1 more relic, and that could be for either player. Castle for John Slow, Castle for Dark Noob, so still very mirrored. Only Dark Noob looks like he's gonna get, I'd say it looks like he's gonna get 4 relics, but his light cav got cleaned up just at the wrong moment, and that monk for John Slow going to get the relic and probably bring it back now. He can just get underneath that castle, and John Slow will come out for some barracks and a workshop. And both players up to Imp. Dark Noob will be up ever so slightly faster, doing Corvinian army for the cheaper Magyar Hussars so that they don't cost any more gold. And looks like we're gonna have a pikeman Krepos push here from our slow player. Who will be a bit slower up to Imp. He needs at least 100 more barracks. Well, apparently he's gonna have a lot of time to build more barracks. Very concentrated on the left side of the map. Like cavalry. Yeah, Capture Age is playing the attack noises, that's good. Light cav there for John Slow going down, too slow to run away from that castle. And here come the elite Magyar Hussars. Look at them in all their glory with their big wings. They were the second version of winged hussars, after the hussars and before the winged hussars. Oh, look at that majesty. They'll pick that outpost building villager. Down she goes. I like the little flags they have on their spears. It feels like this unit should have like a Step Lancer 2 range, even though it's already very strong. Having a unit that can just run and snipe siege is very powerful. Oh, it's gonna be it's gonna be Cav Archer Magyar Hussar against probably Siege Onager and Halb. Now remember, the Bulgarians do not have. I mean, they have the bonus that their siege workshop upgrades are half cost, so it's very easy for them to get there when they do not have to pay the full cost. And we'll have recurve bow. That'll be an extra bit of range and attack for the cav archers. And I guess he still needs chemistry. That should go up to 11 attack. And the Krepos will start being trebed down. But here come the Onagers, a minute away from Siege Onagers still though. And Onagers, they die to the Magyar Hussars that have a +8 attack bonus against Siege. And they have 0 Siege armor, so that's an extra 8 attack. They do, could get some nice Onager shots there. So this game is now going to be, can Terror actually land Onager shots? As the Cav Archers start to pick off the Halbs. Alright, nice shot there. Remember, no more Mangonel deletes, so you can dive them with the Cav Archers and get out and not worry about killing them. Did he get Siege Engineers? I don't think... nope, not yet. Or yes he did, yes he did. +1 range, I was looking at the armor. Yes, +1 range indicates Siege Engineers. So 9 range against the 8 range of these heavy Cav Archers. You need so many Halbs just to create a meat shield to keep them alive. Here's another one. Nice micro there from Dark Noob. Vill's there to repair. Now, repair Vills is where stuff gets really difficult to snipe the Siege Onagers with the CA, even if you do some fancy split micro. Look at all those dead Magyar Hussars, though. One thing the Magyars really don't have is Siege of their own. Almost a nice shot there. But with those two still being alive, and now that is a lot of siege onagers, 6 siege onagers, that means he needs to do a really good job of sniping off the hussars, otherwise it's going to be a waste of resources. One goes down already. It's a lot of halbs. At the same time, there is a bit of a potential raid over here on that gold, that Treb is taking a risky path outside the walls that way. And it's going to be time to start tripping down that castle. Remember, Trebs have lots of pierce armor, so cav archers do only 1 damage per arrow to them. Hussars, though, do a lot of damage, and oh gosh, that is 7 of them. I'm just so worried about him accidentally right-clicking that tree with the siege onagers and mangonelling his own army. And nice attack round there, that's exactly what you want with the siege onagers. Nice micro there from John Slow. And it's Castle Trebin time. Now, you don't want to run your siege onagers into castles, but if you can snipe Trebs, it's a good thing. We already do have Bracer, so that castle range is at its maximum. Aim for box formation, almost. You need a lot of halbs to fill out that box, though. Nice onager shots there. As much as you want to kill the CA, it's so valuable to get the onager shots on the Magyar Hussars. Just take them out before they get to you. And down goes the castle, and feels like John Slow has some momentum. He has a lot of siege onagers, a lot of halbs. And he's starting to get into position where he can pick off Magyar Hussars with attack rounds and start pushing into the cav archers. There we see him attack grounding some trees. Gotta be so worried about those. Maybe we want to see him cut this forest to open a path in, or at least force some walls up. Oh, here come more. Oh, they're tightly in formation. They gotta go to that spread formation. I cast low elo legends, just arena games. I have casted a few T90 games though. And oh, it's nice attack rounds. Siege onagers doing their job. Keeping the Treb safe from the Magyar Hussars. And that's the second castle going down for Dark Noob. Are we sure I clicked the right game? Are we sure this one lasts 4 hours? Are we sure that John Slow doesn't open that gate and let the cav archers into his eco? That's a lot of dead vills on that gold, about 14. But these siege onagers, yeah, they can cut a path into that forest. At the same time, those vills getting raided. 2 of them going down. And the halbs are in. Gate's almost down. Sleeves at 5 with 88 HP. Cuts more room for his halbs to go in. Your last arena clown game? Have it show up in the list of people on the rec dashboard. Or the spec dashboard. And then maybe I'll cast it. Ooh, don't mangonel your own halbs. At the same time, that's a lot of cav archers and now a lot of Magyar Hussars. Is John Slow going in too deep? Does he have not enough halbs here? I mean, 45 halbs, that might not be enough. That's a nice, oh, that's a nice siege onager shot. Now it's Treb time. They're taking out the main TC. You really do want to snipe off the castles though, because that's what that's what's going to cause the Magyar Hussars to be produced. He could even, he's going to kill the monastery with the relics in it. No, I don't think there's a way he can get a monk over to reinforce. This army slowly but surely will die, but it's doing a ton of damage while it's here. I think all the halbs now have been cleaned up though, so all of this siege, that's a ton of siege that's gonna die. Another nice onager shot. Oh, only gets 1. Alright, well, this is now going to die. I think the next target for John Slow needs to be this castle over here. Just if you 4 castles is probably still enough to pump out Magyar Hussars. He needs to be building the TCs. To see your head-to-head with another player? You could go to AoE2.net and look at your past recs. I guess that doesn't show you specifically with another player. But it will give you all the recs if you search through them. He's trying so hard to get an onager shot, but he doesn't get one. Needs to get a couple nice ones on the Cav Archers. That's a lot of, again, Siege Onagers going down. These are going to be cost-efficient trades. I don't think Dark Noob really cares about spamming the Magyar Hussars. That's a lot of food stockpiled for Jon Slow. As he is securing his other gold. That castle is still a stone out there. That's something Jon Slow probably wants to get for himself so that his opponent can't make another castle for Magyar Hussars. Dark Noob reclaims that gold there and probably will be able to reclaim those relics with that monastery he has in the back now. Put them in a safer location. Ooh, the split's there, but he splits over and around some Onager shots. And no shot lands there. And we have a big Magyar Hussar raid over on the left, but there's nothing there to raid. Actually, stone and gold here for Jon Slow that he isn't taking. Might be nice to get a castle kind of back here just to protect your stone. Okay, trying to get some more shots. We see some splits and some flank formation, or a staggered formation. He doesn't get a shot there. But the Hussars are down. It's a raid on the stone there. That's why I was thinking there needs to be a castle there. He has the stone for another one. Who needs to get a shot there somehow? Gets it off. It just takes so many halbs to run around and protect these units, and the Cav Archers, they can run away. Nice split there. Now, 9 range is nice, but the longer the shot, the more time they have to dodge. He probably needs ballistics for that crep post to try to keep his stuff alive. Again, ooh, some Konix. Nice job securing the map over there. But now here's his next castle, not in the back, but inching forward. Probably really wants to see him go for like a wall over there just to restrict the movements of the Magyar Hussars. Like slowly start walling in across the whole map. Try to funnel. The smaller the area they have to fight in, the better it'll be for Jon Slow and the Siege Onagers. We'll speed things up a bit before that next round of Hussars runs in. So he keeps running over here to the side. If he gets that walled, that'd be super good. Even being very aggressive going under that wood line. Anyway, what are these Siege Onager shots going to look like here? Gets a nice one on some flank formation units. His Trebs are vulnerable. He's going to sacrifice the Trebs for an Onager shot. Needs one more. That's one more good Onager shot. Goes for the Cav Archers. Doesn't get him. Go back here. Okay, oof. Nice dodge there from Blue. Dark Noob paying attention. Almost Onagers his own helps. There's some dismounted Konix involved now. That castle will be nice. Help give him some more area where he can put his army. Still think ballistics is necessary for him just for that castle. Oh, and he does it right as I say it. Martyr holes could also be a possibility too, as they'll dive the castles for gold fills. Still 1,500 gold in the bank, but 2k gold, 2.5k for Dark Noob. So this game's, well, we do know it lasts a long time, but it does look like it could last a long time now. So hard for Magyars to do anything when they don't have a siege unit to push with. And another Onager shot there. How did that miss? I don't know how that shot missed, but it did somehow. Yeah, that castle I think should be the target, because then you can try to reduce the Magyar Hussar production. Okay, nice shot there. Workshop's down. It's like playing a game of football, keeping your Onagers in the pocket. You have your offensive line trying to guard them. And you gotta keep the halbs nearby. The problem is, so many of the Trebs from Jon Slow have been sniped off. Now he's running out of gold. Yep, exactly. The plus attack versus siege. It makes it so hard to defend them. Imagine, like, a Magyar Hussar Mangudai army. Anyway, big fight here. Needs to time the Hussar to run in along with the Cav Archer usage. Not gonna get a shot off there. Big shot on the Cav Archers. That's a lot of Cav Archers going down. Oh, look at that. That was nice, but at the same time, he only has one more Treb. he somehow needs to get that Treb in that castle. So hard to do that with the Magyar Hussars. And there's chemistry. What's he gonna do with these vills? Some forward barracks is here for replenishing the health numbers could be nice, so they don't gotta walk them all the way back there. Oh, they're gonna repair the Treb. That's what we're gonna do. 5 Trebs in queue, and he'd better not lose them idly to Magyar Hussar raids. Does still have that golden stone there, but I think sniping this castle, maybe trying to go for some like light cav line of his own just to raid the outlying farms if that castle goes down would be the play. Yeah, that's what he does with those Magyar Hussars. So adept at sniping off the Trebs. This is what makes these games last forever. And he has had masses of like 4 or 5 Trebs before, but they've just gotten sniped by the Magyar Hussars. And now you're getting to the point where the health numbers are low enough that they're going to have trouble defending. And let's see, we're repairing that castle from Darknoob. He still does have a good amount of stone banked up. This will at least idle some of his farmers. Yep, still does have 70 though. Nice onager shot on the CA there. Now the Trebs are Trebbin. Enough fills there to repair for now, but onagers can make short work of the archery ranges. And honestly, with 13 siege onagers, you could consider using your halbs to debate some castle fire while running under it and sniping it with the onagers. It's something that can actually work sometimes. Mostly with Celts, though. To just delete the forward walls. Maybe they're also kind of helping him. Ooh, don't run your onagers into the castle without the halbs in front. Oh. You're right, maybe he does need to delete these walls. They do restrict the movement of the siege onagers, but perhaps restricting his own movement as well. Oh, but now it's time for a ram push. Something that, you know, Magyars really don't do that well because they don't have siege ram, but if they have normal ram out in the middle of nowhere, that can help. Yeah, at 200 pop, this army just doesn't have the mobility to deal with it. And it's probably going to be a castle going down. This castle's the more valuable one, though. Jon Slow doesn't really care about his unique unit the way... Ooh, the castle could be sniped by the Hussars, though. The onagers have to sacrifice their own Trebs. Yeah, this is where I think you just try to snipe it with your own onagers, but the Trebs are forward. That castle's down, and now the walls are going to open up. This is where you got to think about adding in another layer of walls. Not just the walls, but also the monastery. That'll be your gold income for a moment. Nice onager shot there. And the castle is down, so castle being down, slowing down the Hussar production. That's a good thing. This castle being down loses some map control. But as long as the rams can get cleaned up, we see him walling behind. The halbs have to go back. The problem is the halbs are going back, and all the siege is still forward, away from halbs. Yeah, we see him splitting up his army. And that's going to be a lot of rams going down. Now it is Darknoob's turn to lose some siege, but just halbs. They don't kill rams that fast. They're upgraded, but the cav archers are in the back to clean them. That market could go down. He's the wall behind it. And at the same time, the Magyar Hussars are trying to dive in on the onagers. Looks like there was one shot there, but they've gone past the halbs. There's only 2 of them left, but 2 of them still can be a danger. The halbs have cleaned the rams, and the cav archers have to go back. So Jon Slow might even want to come back out there to re-wall. And we get another shot that misses complete. Oh, until the last one. The last one hit. And now, this is where I was talking earlier. It felt like Jon Slow might have had a chance to wall this side of the map a bit. But it's still wide open. I like how he's going to re-wall his base, though. Some more Magyar Hussars. They dodge one shot. One shot kills his own halb. And now they go down. Alright, let's just speed this up a bit to the next engagement, as he's going to try to get a very forward castle. Hasn't cleaned up the back of the map, but wants a forward castle. Wants to end this game early at the 1 hour mark. Ooh, Lidacor got the food, yes. Nice onager shot there. Oh. The onagers want their food now. They see those cav archers and they're hungry. Oh, they don't feed on your own halbs though. Those are not food. Gate's about to go down, and there it goes. Alright, he's just gonna finish off this corner of walls. I mean, in all honesty, that's kind of, as the chat said earlier, that might be helping Jon Snow more than it does Dark Noob. You're playing a campaign. You capture the enemy base and then you use their walls against them because they don't delete them. I'll have to do that for a custom scenario someday. Like, just to be mean at some point, the AI, you capture their base, it'd be like, we'll use their walls like in all the other campaigns, but boom, they delete them and run through. Alright, well, the castle's out, but the problem is the castle is so far forward, it's actually vulnerable to being trebbed by the enemy Dark Noob trebs. And can he actually get onagers far enough forward through the massive Magyar Hussars that he can deal with the trebs? This will be a good 3 trebs that I think the onagers will take out. And yeah, they will. And that castle will stay up for now. Just needs to get his army forward enough, while in the back also being raided. Because now we see a stable for Jon Snow. I thought he could have maybe used one earlier, just to try to pump some cav of his own. What the cav would do is help him clean up the villagers from out here, and he's done the thing that he doesn't want, is letting Dark Noob onto that stone, which means one more castle and one more structure for producing Magyar Hussars. Delete the wall of the Burgundian base in Zone 6. Yeah, I think the hints even said that. Like, you can use their own walls against them. That is one of the hints that does not apply to multiplayer games. Well, this base is starting to get trebbed down. The onagers are moving in. Ooh, here's another group of hussars. No, the halb numbers are getting low. More from the back. These onagers need to get a good shot here. They're not going to get it. Could they get a shot on the cav archers? They are. Down go a few of them. Why doesn't he make his own onagers? Because he's against siege onagers. And I think Magyars don't get siege engineers, if I recall, so the siege onagers will have one more range. So his onagers would be rather ineffective. If you target farms, he can shoot further. Oh, you're right. That's a good trick, because you can target the, they shoot at the center of the farm. There's actually a trick you can do kind of in the opposite direction. If you have a treb adjacent to a castle foundation, you can attack ground the other corner and still hit it, even though it's within the quartile minimum range. And you couldn't just right-click to attack it. Well, that castle is still up, and that will be very nice. It's just helping get some arrow fire on the Magyar Hussars. Just something else to keep the onagers alive. But, oh, what's that? How did that castle get there? I completely missed that, but those Vills mined that stone and built that castle there. Oh man, that's gonna cut reinforcements like, oh gosh. You need some murder holes on that, but it's gonna tear it through these halbs. It's gonna have to turn around to treb it. Oh, I completely missed that, but not cleaning this gave him the stone for a very annoying castle. I imagine that'll go down eventually. But how did that get there? Oh, herbal medicine. Oh, what he's gonna do when he's not fighting, he's gonna put the cav archers in the castles to heal them. Yeah, look at that. Oh, Dark Noob, brilliant use of herbal medicine there. They also make castles shoot a ridiculous number of arrows. We have it at the max 4 + 16 there. That's something Robo's told me you can do that in Deathmatch on Huns Wars sometimes. You put your cav archers inside of castles so that they don't die in the middle of fights. Ooh, nice. Onager shot gets a couple there. I mean, they gotta run around to... Oh. Is that a hole I spy in that wall? That is an overchop. If those Magyar Hussars run forward... Let's see, the castle has been cleaned. This one's still down, low on HP. No more stone. Oh, all those Magyar Hussars need to do... Oh, he's noticed. He has noticed. He even bought 100 stone for 200 gold to rewall that. Attack round at longest range for Treb. Projectiles at random can overshoot almost +2 tiles more. Ah, that's a good tip too. You're right, because they only have 15% accuracy, and if they miss, they'll overshoot. You know, Trebs actually have 15% accuracy, but that's only against units. Against buildings, they have 80% accuracy. The shots are not inaccurate enough to miss castles, so they still hit castles 100% of the time. But against little units like walls or towers, then they still do miss 20% of the time. Anyway, huge charge of the Hussars now. But they've got Halbs to the left of them, Halbs to the right of them, Halbs in front of them. But the Onagers keep on pushing. I feel like Janslow slowly but surely is taking control of this one. He's got enough resources in the bank for Halbs. He has... Well, he is down in relics. This is what games are like with the Magyars. Very hard to finish them off. It's an Onager gonna go down there. They just go down so fast. There's still this little sneaky stable over here. A few Hussars running around. Where the backline of them shoot separately. I haven't seen that yet. I know Hera made a video about that. You can, like, make them shoot in a crazy pattern. Off a lumber camp there. Well, somehow this game is just getting started. It's just so hard to finish off Magyars when they can snipe off your siege. And it's just Magyar Hussars that are so far at the back of this base, it's going to be impossible to get to them. And now's the part where Janslow, he doesn't really have the gold to keep adding in more siege. And he still hasn't cleaned up the center of the map, and we have another ram push coming in. Another Treb in the back. But the ram push could be deadly because it's going to split up this army. If there aren't enough Halbs to protect the siege, the Trebs are going to go down. And they gotta start working on the castle, but only get one shot in before they get taken out by the Hussars. And at the same time, the Rams are starting to work on the barracks. I imagine the Rams will be taken out by Halbs, but I think Janslow is gonna lose this forward push and lose more siege. And he doesn't have gold to replenish it. And here's the thing, if Dark Noob can stall out with those cav archers, without the siege onagers, Janslow really doesn't have a way to kill them. I wonder if he needs to start thinking about adding in skirms. I know skirms aren't necessarily the unit the Bulgarians want to go for, but he's selling wood for gold. The market prices have got to be bottomed out now. Can I click on a market to see the prices? Yeah, I can. They're bottomed out. 13.26. Oh, isn't it? Isn't it supposed to be 14 at the bottom? Is that a change, or am I misremembering it? It was always 13. Wasn't it 14 for normal civs and 19 for Saracens? Are you going crazy here? Was this a weird result of them fixing the Saracen infinite gold bug? Anyway, now it's time for a ram push. The wood line that was here as part of a wall earlier, you can see has already been chopped. Yeah, it's 14. Well, it's either a capture age bug or an actual bug. And we will re-wall here, get that piece of wall up. Does. And Halbs need to go clear that somehow. Yeah, there definitely was some weird floating point arithmetic going on with the markets and the displayed values being different than what you actually got from buying and selling. But this raid has the potential to open up Jon Slow's base. He never cleared this side of the map, and that's just going to be a thorn in his side, as now the Light Cav are in. The Light Cav are in, and Dark Noob is trying to turn this around. 106 to 106 Vils, he's going to go to the back and be like, haha, I'm going to raid this wood line, but joke's on him, there no longer is a wood line. He can attack those lumber camps all he wants, but there's no Vils back there. It's still 14 in the latest patch, so it's capture age? Okay, it's probably some number that rounds up to 14 then. If I remember, I will message someone about that. Anyway, Jon Slow is pushing in, but he's just throwing halbs into the meat grinder of cav archers. Actually, he's doing some raids. Dark Noob still does have something of a wood line, but that's a lot of dead Vils. It was at 106 to 106, now he's down to 89. Has to re-add in a market. Dark Noob is running low on resources. Jon Slow has a bit more of a stockpile, but he's also going to be a bit low on Vils. As those Light Cav just running amok. He has to keep walling. And he's going to be adding in another layer of stone walls over here on the right-hand side. I think he really does need to try to clean up these forward stables there. And oh, now, actually, because of all that raid and all the halb and population that had to move back to clean it, it's now time for some forward trebs to snipe this forward castle from Jon Slow. And Dark Noob's going to regain the front of his base. And when he does that, he's going to regain some space for farmers. He only has 56, but he can add in more of them, and that means more food for more Magyar Hussars. He wants to start getting his pop back to 200. Will be housed at 190, needs some more houses. The raid. I think these Light Cav are actually walled in here. So Jon Slow playing some Zoo Tycoon for the moment as his castle tries to clean up the Light Cav. He'll lose a few more Vils though, and down to only 73 Vils. And he had food stockpile before, but with all of his farmers being cleaned up, he doesn't have any left. $190 max pop for half the game. That is, if you're at 190 max pop for another 2¼ hours, that's gonna be rough. Anyway, I think we can maybe speed this up a bit. No more big siege onager shots because Jon Slow's out of gold. It's just gonna be halbs running into Magyar Hussars and cav archers. As now we see the halbs trying to clean up the buildings on the right. The Light Cav raids have been cleaned up. The walls have been rebuilt. The Vils are being retrained. Well, it's now 200 military, so Jon Slow needs to be careful he doesn't over-invest in the military and stop creating Vils. Oh, we have one more siege onager, but it's going to be sniped off right away. Halbs running into the Hussars, and now it's just going to be only halbs. There are 100 halbs I have selected right now. Let me double click again. Alright, 99 halbs. There's 100. Oh, nope. It's got 99 halbs, and siege onager ain't one. It's just full-on halb spam. Wants to kill the cav archers. He knows Dark Noob doesn't have the eco to replace the cav archers, but how is he ever going to kill them? He's just spamming the cavs forward, and they can hop into the castles where they have their herbal medicine. Could this be a game where he uses herbal medicine to heal cav archers for 2 hours? There are no resources on this map. I mean, at the rate Jon Slow is chopping this forest, I mean, this might turn into Ruben versus Andre at some point. Like, I mean, this forest is finite. Large but finite objects are still finite. You did help siege with so many onagers. That's why I like arena team games. When you're like Ethiopians with torsion engines and you have a Korean ally for no minimum range, then your siege onagers counter melee units just like hard countered. And yeah, the Halbs, they've been poking away at these buildings, but they still haven't cleaned them up. Now here come more Magyar Hussars. And the Halbs are just too slow to chase them. And a few more Rams. That's what really needs to be cleaned up, the workshops. That's how he sneaks the Rams over to that side of the map. Not finish the game. Well, the reason you don't finish the game is because the Magyar Hussars snipe off all the units that would have finished the game for you. That gate is still alive on 88 HP. The Halbs should just finish it off. He didn't destroy it earlier, it's just been on fire. More Rams being cleaned up, more barracks. How many barracks is he gonna have? 36. 36 barracks, and it feels like it's not enough despite his always being pop capped. This is where I gotta think maybe stone wall there, stone wall, start going across the map. Just you want to limit the mobility of those hussars somewhere, even if you gotta buy some stone. The fact that he doesn't have siege probably makes that more of a sound investment than whatever else. You use so much.
Attack the enemy with war.
Oh, arena clowns. Now, this is the type of game where you could, like, go off, run your errands, come back, and you still haven't missed anything. It is this game. This is what happens when the Magyars can make Magyar Hussars. You know, I feel like Jon Snow really does need to add in a small number of skirmishers at least. The problem with the Halbs is just they can't get close enough to the Cav Archers to kill them. And you're never gonna finish the game as long as this massive 40-something Cav Archers remains. Ooh, another Siege Onager? Could we see another Siege Onager shot? The Hussars are so good at picking them off. He had some good shots earlier. Oop, they gotta target it. And no more delete bug, they get away. So finally it looks like he is going to clean up all of the buildings in the right side of the map. He's adding in more barracks. In total he had 36, now he has 51. So will 51 barracks be enough to produce Halbs at a rate to kill the Magyar Hussars? Remember, these units cost only food. We did see the Corvinian army much earlier. And now Dark Noob is pushing out. He had some trebs, but it looks like they got cleaned up. How do Bulgarian Hussars do against Hussar? The thing is, you're never going to take the straight up fight there with your Hussars against the Hussar. The Hussars here are primarily just for sniping the siege. And if you add in your own Hussars, like, you want to be raiding with them. But that's difficult because there are Cav Archers and castles there. And they're not really going to be doing anything to protect your siege. That's what the Halbs are for. So if you took a straight up fight, the Magyar Hussar would probably win, but that's not really the role of the Magyar Hussar unit. It's also difficult to take those fights if there are Cav Archers in the back. That's kind of why I'm thinking he doesn't have gold for Siege Onagers anymore, and they're just going to get picked off. You might need to add in some skirms, just they might do a better job of dealing with the CA. Even if they wouldn't quite be as population efficient. He needs a good Onager shot here, who just misses. Can you get one on the CA? Okay, kind of gets one there. Shoots over them. Now the Halbs are getting involved. Gets his own Halbs. We have been speeding up a bit, but whatever their onagers, I gotta look for the onager shots. Ooh, the split. Oh, he gets one. Remember, these are 135 gold each. And it's gonna be picked off. Alright, well, we'll speed this up again. And we'll wait for there to be another big play. As now it's just gonna be Cav Archers and Hussars fighting Halbs in this area here. There's a few more onagers come forward. Let's see, is there gonna be an onager shot soon? I'm trying to add a siege workshop there. This is where I feel like that gate 88 HP still just take it out. Ooh, shot here. Ooh, misses again. I thought that was gonna be a good one. If you want, I can cast the entire game at 1/2 speed. Like this. You can see the onager shots slowly go and miss. Cheating to accelerate playback. Actually, what I do have is a 6-hour game of Black Forest played back on, I think, AOC with Douch and his teammate in a 2v2. One day I'll cast that. Anyway, well, there go the Siege Onagers, not really able to land a shot. More barracks is being added in. How many is that? That's 61 barracks. Is that enough barracks to make your Halbs? Why isn't he adding skirms? You know, he is Bulgarians, right? They don't have the, I guess they don't have the final armor upgrade, but they do have Bracer, they do have Chemistry. So they can still reach the Cav Archers. And I guess maybe he doesn't have the gold for Elite Skirm, but he could not do one Siege Onager. Yeah, that's the thing. It's hard to fit the pop space in for the skirms. Here, when you get onagers, you can get, 10 or so onagers are actually a threat for Cav Archers. 10 or so skirms, you can run away from them, and it takes your population away from Halbs. But finally, the Halbs are getting some raiding in, getting under the castles. Remember, we did see herbal medicine earlier, so the Cav Archers are going to be healed. Oh, you mean Magyar skirms? Oh, for Dark Noob? Well, I think he has enough CA that he thinks that'll do the job. But you're right, that could be an answer to Halbs, or even just some Halbs of his own. I think we're reaching the point where it might just be full Halb spam against full CA Magyar Hussar. Oh, he's gotten in again. I didn't see... Oh, there was another overchop over here, and he got in again. So this will be once more, Jon Slo will be losing all of his farmers, down to only 26 farmers now. And at the same time, there's movement here as the Cav Archers are fighting the Halbs. The Halbs are just diving. But they're gonna die to CA. Yeah, Vill's trying to quick ball even. There's a TC there. That's gonna be cleaned up. Yeah, it looks like the Hussar raid will finally go down to Halbs, but it's done a lot of damage. Still has 111 Vills though. Still pop capped. Needs to... Wait, does he have Vills queued? Oh yeah, he has Vills queued at all of his TCs. Needs to be careful that this is walled only with a house. Magyar Hussars could break down a house. And we see more farms on the outside, trying to react to get to the outside. Oh, we're about halfway done with this game, I think. Based on what people told me. Let's see. Resign, I win. When do you need to wake up tomorrow? Now let's check for the, I can check for stirrups like Cav. Let me tab the actual game for a moment. We'll open up that tech tree. Do the Bulgarians have their unique tech for stirrups? They do not. And no militia line +5 armor either. So stirrups, cavalry attack 33% faster. They do have the option of going for the Hussars, actually. And actually, Bulgarian Hussars, they do get all of the armor upgrade. That could be a decent option for dealing with the Cav Archers. Or if not decent, at least something other than Halb. Let me swap back to CA. And, well, more of the same, more of the same. Just some more cav archers running around. Light cav there. Yeah, I mean, ooh, rams. What does he hope to accomplish with rams? They'll just get picked off by the Hussars even faster than the onagers. They can't even defend themselves. Ooh, look at this long swordsman to deal with halbs. This destroys literally everything that Jon Snow is making because he's making literally one unit. Yeah, you are right. I agree with you. Stirrups Hussar would be an option here. Because they actually would probably win against the Magyar Hussars too in a straight up fight. But now here comes the two-handed swordsman, and what that's going to do is it's going to force Jon Snow to make a switch to another unit other than just halbs. I mean, he does have his own two-handed swordsman he can add in, and there he goes. He doesn't even need to upgrade them, he can just add them in. Literally spamming the halb feat. That's all he's got to do right now. All he's got to do is select all 66 of these barracks, only 600 to go, and then press that, hold shift, press that create halb key. Watching a replay indeed. Yeah, celebrating the 4th of July with a 4-hour game. And now here comes the two-handed swordsman. It's their turn to be spammed with the cav archers. Two-handed swordsman against champions. And now it's pikeman time. As we have another raid to the right side of the map, as these villas are going to wall themselves into a wood line. Yep, no Begains. Someone will have to keep an eye on that left side of top left for me and see if that tech ever pops up. That's a higher tech score. Well, he is about to take the score lead for the first time in a while. The KD is 2,225 to 1,796. I think the extra KD here might just be Jon Snow onagering his own units. And here we go, pikemen now to meat shield for the CA. A bit of a better meat shield than the Hussars. He's just gonna keep spamming those halbs and two-handed swordsmen into CA. This is where you need a forced levy. And it's just gonna be spam into CA. On the left-hand side, we have some more Hussars still going out of that 88 HP gate that hasn't been cleaned up. Ooh, heavy Scorpion. Could that be a unit to help out here? Could they get some nice shots on the heavy cav archers? Not enough, as the cav archer numbers are so numerous they can actually pick off the heavy Scorpions. Your Persian's better in this scenario. Honestly, I think he just needs to make some more than one trash unit here. Add in some of his own stirrups Hussars or some elite skirms. Just something that isn't picked off immediately by the Magyar Hussars. Scorpions look to be not the answer, but their upgrade is only food and wood, so it's an experiment he went for. And we'll keep this sped up. As I still honestly have no idea who's going to win this game, as Dark Noob has a great KD, and is probably soon to take a score lead. Like, he's had this one mass of like 40 or so cav archers. If he can get that up to 60 and just slowly add in some more. He's been doing such a great job of healing them, right? Because he's, even after that fight, he's still on 43. He just doesn't lose cav archers. Because they do get help, yeah. And he's doing it just as you say that. Alright. So now it is halb time. And the halbs are now going to meat shield to attack the other halbs. Now look at this narrow choke point. There's 37 CA in there. He's just gonna sit back and win the fight as he takes the score lead. He doesn't have any of the map, but he takes the score lead. And I love how he has been chopping and avoiding over chopping. There's that one line of trees that is still there. Alright, well, this TA are just gonna hide in that one gap and take fights. Like, John Slow has lost the ability to push in. And he's going for a raid, actually. Sending halves into the right before that house can go up to raid the farms. It's now his turn to get some raiding in. Yeah, but we're doing this at 4 times speed until something interesting happens. Because otherwise we're going to be watching the same thing for another couple hours. I mean, what can John Slow do here? He can eventually get enough to cut with an onager. I mean, so, okay, I'm going to take a moment here to explain, you know, John Slow has played a lot of arena games, and this is his arena experience here. He realized that the game could drag on for like 9, 10, maybe 50 hours. So what he's doing, he's not chopping wood in the safety of his base. He is coming forward to chop from the middle of the map. That way, by the time Dark Noob chops through more of this forest, he's gonna hit a spot where there's no more wood left because John Slow will already have chopped it. And at that point, John Slow can just go back and keep chopping the wood in his own base, and his opponent's gonna be running out of wood. Look at that, he even has to wall off his own wood just to make sure it doesn't get chopped through. And he's even doing the same thing on the right side as well. He has these little enclaves of villagers just chopping the wood, making sure that his opponent isn't gonna be able to get to the edges. That's what separates the clowns from the pros. Anyway, here's another siege onager. There's an outpost though. It's chopping time, but here come the Magyar Hussars and the stone walls are there already. There's a gap there, but it's walled already. And the other thing he can do, he can just like onager cut a little passageway, right? And build a gate to like lock it off. And then onager the wood here and stop his opponent from being able to collect wood. He can actually do that on both sides and then like wall him in. That would actually be a great play because it would stop him from getting wood. These are the things you learn when you watch enough arena games. Anyway, we'll go back to _4 speed. Ooh, could we see? Nope. Dodges the Mangonel. Or the siege onager. They feel like Mangonels when Magyar Hussars are out on the floor. Oh, but finally we have an onager cut. He's in. But what's he gonna do now that he's in? The halbs are in the base. That TC can be taken out by the onagers though. And he has the Hussars. Finally, he has the Hussars. And time for an onager shot on the halbs. Oh yes, we're finally seeing some onager shots again. Gets them cleaned. Yeah, you can wall here right now and cut him off from the forest. On the same side, look at that. The Dark Noob is about to cut into the spot John Slow had been cutting. But Dark Noob, oh, look at this. He now has 11 barracks of his own. It's going to take him a while before he catches up to the 66 barracks of John Slow, but he's getting there. After there are no stirps, though, let me go check that again. And, yep, he has Bagains, but still no stirps. Really does need that stirps tech he's going to be adding in the gap. Well, finally, the 88 HP gate has gone down. Alb's getting some picks on the Hussars there. They won't even get an onager. So whoever suggested to watch this game, you are both a good person and also an insane person. Oop, could we get an onager shot on the Hussars over there? Could we get one? Ooh, they're not paying attention, they're not shooting, they're just gonna go down. Same time, we do have some fights going on over here. We do have some more walls going up just to prevent overchops. He's doing such a good job of leaving one tile of trees. This is insane how he's microing everything and still moving the bills. This is where you gotta preemptively get your onager chops ready, right? Like, you know he's gonna go this way, just cut a line right here, then eventually he'll cut into your cut. His more barracks than he typically have vills. He has more barracks than he has APM. Like, 68 now. Stirps. Ooh, did we see Stirps come in? Wait, let me check that. Oh, Stirps is in. Yes, we finally do have Stirps for these Hussars. Imagine that. More barracks, then you actually can press the hotkey to create units from them. That's the issue of being Jon Slow. Look at that. He has 50 halves, but he has 93 queued. And he's pop capped. Now it's his turn to have a one tree woodline here. Nothing that Dark Noob can really do to chop into that. You need to get Hussars across the maps, or Onagers across the map somehow. As we do have a cut on the right-hand side, as the Onagers and Halbs are again trying to push in. You have that with Blacksmiths in the next 256 games. You have like 180 Blacksmiths. Yeah, I guess you can't shift queue the attacks like you can units. And well, this still, that massive CA down to about 22. But he still does have a few more being queued and added in the back. And look at that KD, 3,000 to 2,500. This is just insane. Oh, he wants to get in, but that's not open. Wants to get into this wood line, but we have more walls. And Jon Slow's just going to continue cutting this side of the map. He's now less than 100 vills. And you're right, he is starting to run out of wood. That barracks could go down, but is that open? That is open, and the Hussars are going to run in and get another raid in. A few more vills that could go down over here, but the Hussars are just attacking lumber camps they've been patrolled in, but they didn't find vills. Now they're just going to spread out and kill farmers again. At the same time, now the cut's coming in from the left-hand side, and this is what I was worried about. Dark Noob running out of wood. He can only take wood from one side of his base at a time. He's down to 26 on wood, and his stockpile is diminishing. If he runs out of wood, then he'll only be able to make Magyar Hussars. Oh, thank you, Zax Attacks for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the arena madness. Oh, look, we have a raid on the left. I guess those Hussars had run in from the other side. Looks like this raid is about cleaned up there. Jon Slow just plopping down all the houses he can to keep that secured. And he's continuing to push in on the left. If he can secure that wood line, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just Onager cut these trees over here and secure the wood line over here. And you'd be golden. But Dark Noob, still 95 vills, still has an army, still somehow adding in wood, adding in more barrackses. There are more scorpions. What are the scorpions gonna do? Anxious just watching. I have played 3.5 hour games before. It is definitely taxing. It was another game that doesn't end. It was a Byzantine's Mirror on Oasis. The CA just run around. All that Dark Noob has to do is not lose the CA and hope that having one extra relic is an advantage for him. Still on 34 of these things. I rather enjoy mirror matchups. Ooh, that's not walled. And here comes some Hussars, some Stirps Hussars to do some raiding. Part of me now has to wonder, can Jon Slow amass like 4 trebuchets in that castle over time and then somehow get them maybe out here? Like if you onager those trees, then maybe you could attack that castle. Like you kind of just need to take out the castles to stop the Magyar Hussar production. If you can get them, then all of a sudden you're much easier to fight. And well, those CA just increasing. He's now up to 4,000 kills. Still going at it. Oh, low elo, nobody. We're on ×4 speed and we're still going at it. As these Halbs still getting taken out by the CA. Hey, look at this huge squirrely Dark Noob has opened up. Like, he's actually pushing out. And these raids, they keep coming even though they don't really go anywhere. John Slow's trying to chop the wood on that side and chop the wood over here and get some extra walls up to prevent the raids. I just have to worry about Dark Noob and his wood eco now. Everything's all on this right side. He's gonna chop this, and then he's actually gonna run out of room to assign bills to wood, because he's gonna run into John Slow's wood line. Just an average Dark Noob game. Those helps. So hard to get raiding done when you have herbal medicine, CA, garrison, and castles. Oh, you know how to make herbal medicine more useful? Make it so that garrisoned archer units shoot more arrows. Loves these games. Well, they are definitely the unique type of game, that's for sure. Oh, there we go. We have the onager on the right-hand side here. And now he's chopped so far that the siege onager can deny the wood line. Oh, yes. Now, even with the CA over there, Dark Noob finally is going to struggle for wood. Oh, thank you, the Pili, for gifting a sub. Thank you very much. Oh, can we get an onager shot on the CA? That's 2 onagers now. Well, oh, it goes down. Remember, these are Magyar CA with that extra 1 attack, so they'll do an extra, that's 8 pierce damage and 7 plus 5. So that's 4 damage. They do 1 more than a normal CA. He just needs to cut down here and give himself more room to shoot. Deselect. You mean deselect undamaged units and select only the damaged ones. Right? That would be insane for like garrisoning villagers at some point when you're hunting boars. If you keep all the safe ones out shooting the boar and garrison the other ones. He is quite the queue. 205 halves. Oh boy. You know, when we look at that, he has 3,000 wood. But he really has a lot more than 3,000 wood. Like, he can lose this wood line. He doesn't need to chop any more wood, even though John Slow is cutting all the way to the edge. Deselect monks that have used their monk juice. That would probably be OP. That I could imagine being kind of very annoying now to use against a monk player. Oh, look at this. Dark Noob has secured the left wood line. He's going back to chop there. And he's pushing into the middle, into the halbs. Now here are the hussars though. Ooh, now this is a risk though. These cav archers there's 13 of them and they're very exposed in the middle of the map. And they can get surrounded by halbs. As this could actually open up soon. But I love how John Slow has cut this little alcove to protect the wood line. Kind of needs to do the same thing on the left, and it looks like that's what he might be thinking of, is he has a siege onager over there. Where is that going to be cutting? Problem is this is open and harassable by CA. And he doesn't have this walled off. He needs to get this walled off like he has the other side. And then he just needs to wait. I mean, Dark Noob has burned through 3,000 wood in like no time, and his halb queue is down from 200 to 150. And here comes some villas for lumber camps on the side. He wants to build a stable in there, but I don't know if that'll go up anytime soon. Keeps killing halbs, and he does have another wood line now. Oh, he built his own onager to counter Kutch. And the hussars are going to get in and kill the pocket onagers and now actually kill this wood line here. So lots of onager games being played on those wood lines there. Alright, Dark Noob getting creative. At the same time, he's losing a wood line over here again. That's a lot of vills going to go down. He's only down to 85 vills. He'll probably lose a few more. But he has enough of a unit queue that he might not care about losing those vills. At the same time, there's a raid on the right with some hussars getting in. Onager is out on the field again. And the Hussars are going to come down and finally get some raids on the farms. Let's see if they can pick a few more vills. Down to about 80 vills is Dark Noob. And the capture rate doesn't even know how many dots to display when there are 151 halbs being in the queue. And now again, we have another one of these sneaky onager cuts with the walling off behind it, walling with a siege workshop. That's still there. That's I had recorded it once, but I didn't like how it turned out, and I need to record it again. And now I'm on the third rewrite of the script. Is that a wonder? No, that's a siege workshop. You got me excited. I was gonna be like, you know, a wonder is a 5x5 building and is the biggest building to quick wall with, but he's not gonna have the stone or the gold to do a wonder. Oh, hello, Ugtar. No occasion. The occasion is just we have a 4-hour arena game here, as we're at 3 hours and 20 minutes now. And I still don't know who's gonna win, as all of Jon Slow's army on the right-hand side is being cleaned up. But he does have a nice little stop the wood chopping on the left alcove here. He had one on the right, but lost it due to a countercut. And now, if those Hussars get through the siege workshop, they could endanger these wood vills over here. And Dark Noob is still down to 60 vills, but that's just because his military queue is so high. He has 30 vills queued and they're not being trained. Might need to balance that out and stop the halp queue for just a moment so that he can make vills. But that being said, how the heck do you cancel 121 halps? And, you know, with that onager, he now could start onager cutting into Jon Slow's base and return the favor of all those cuts that Jon Slow had been inflicting upon his woodlines earlier. Delete the barracks. I know that's the easiest way. So the Hussar attacked it. Jon Slow probably knows what's going on. The vills are here to repair. He doesn't have enough gold through there. He has to sell food for gold just so he can repair that onager. And he's chopping through. Now, Jon Slow still does have a wood line and like an anti-cut trench in front of the wood line. But there's another siege workshop. Trying to wall, has his own siege onager out to try to anti-onager that onager. Now, oh wait, do they get siege engineers? They just have A+1, so I guess they do have siege engineers. And Jon Slow in danger of opening up the wood line. And now the cav archers are in, walling with siege workshops. That way you can make onagers to countercut. Oh, these vills are as good as dead now. If he's walled behind. 24, he's just gonna send them forward to their deaths. Or they could just shot more wood. Oh, they're gonna wall. Can we get an onager shot on the halbs? And just more onager cuts. Oh, nice shot there. He's just walling with all the buildings he can. Actually, he's running low on wood. And he doesn't have a huge 151 halp queue like Dark Noob does. Dark Noob, the KD, and the extra relic over time going to start mattering. And look at this, Magyar Hussar is getting in through the middle. I mean, he had 66 barracks, he's down to 56. Magyar Siege at 0 redeeming qualities. And you know what? I think this is looking good for Dark Noob. If you look at that eco, how is Jon Slow gonna get wood? Dark Noob was in such a precarious position, he almost had all of his wood income denied, but he managed with that counter onager cut to break out. Speed this up a bit more, but I think he's got this. He still has all those cav archers alive. He still has all 30 of them. Winning another fight here. Getting cleaned up in the middle, but he's gotten in on the right-hand side. Nothing else he can cut through with onagers. This is all physical walls now. But if he ever came back to the left, he could cut again. And it looks like that's exactly what he's thinking about doing, as he's brought an onager over. And he's going to be cutting. He'll have access to that other onager. Just needs one more shot. There's only one tree there. Ooh, no, one more shot again. There he goes. And the onager's down. That means there is a path to cutting on this side for Darknoob. He actually, like, this game is going to come down to Arena is running out of wood, and both players have to onager cut the remaining wood to stop their opponent from taking it. Arena is going to run out of wood. I've never seen this, but it's going to happen. It might be because they onager chop all the wood, but oh man, I've never seen this happen on Arena. This is actually an Arena game where the players have to fight over wood control because the map ran out of wood. And I think he has this now. I'm just waiting to see what the chat's like, as the Hussars are now in the wood line. Halbs are coming over, but now John Slow has absolutely no place where he can take wood. And Darknoob has come over to the corner to take the remaining wood line. How have those Cav Archers survived? By the wonders of herbal medicine, that's how. And now the Cav Archers are still getting to the back of the base, running around, killing more Vills. GG, I hate you so much. When 4,720 halbs is not enough, and Arena runs out of wood. GG indeed. John Slow, look at that economy score. Just, he collected 100,000 more wood and still didn't have enough wood. Those are forced nothing numbers right there. And when a game goes 4 hours, 8,000 relic gold makes a huge difference. Crazy game, as you say, a normal game. Well, whoever suggested that, thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you all very much for watching.